the company working where they're pushing more videos from corporate sponsors and stuff like that. All I've got to say about that is, if you look at the amount of videos that people who upload onto YouTube actually watch, it's a lot more than the people who actually are just casual YouTube users. And if they piss off enough of those uploaders, they're just going to stop uploading, because it's going to get to a point where if your videos aren't getting seen, there's no point making them or uploading them. And if we stop uploading videos, we're probably not going to be watching as many videos, and it's only going to work negatively for YouTube. So
I think what would be really cool is if YouTube subscribers, be that viewers or uploaders, as Nick said, started subscribing to each other, started actually galvanizing YouTube as a democratic system, so that the majority basically run the system. And, the powers that be are accountable to those people, to those users. And I think if we all started subscribing to each other's channels, even if we never watched the videos, but if we all just started subscribing to each other's channels and galvanized YouTube a little bit, we would actually have more say and more control over these things.
And stop giving all your comments and subscriptions to these mega channels that really don't need them,
Exactly. The stuff that you'd watch on cable or whatever,
So now
give the power back to the little man that's uploading, little webcam videos.
To people like Jurgen, you'll still check out those videos anyway. Just limit your subscribers to dudes who have less than thousands of other people.
Yeah, to users.
Now I understand the sub for sub people. I think Skip Rogers would love your idea.
And I mean, that goes without saying, though, for a lot of those sub-for-sub people, it's all about just numbers. It's like MySpace, you get all these MySpace adders going, look, I've got 450K. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It just means that, it's a number attached to their account, and other people will judge their status based, upon that. But what I mean is, sub-for-sub as far as, you're a YouTube user, I'm going to sub you based on that ground alone, so that we are now galvanized as one collective, as opposed to a collective of individuals, that can be manipulated by, corporate decision. Corporate decides something, YouTube changes, It should be the other way around. We change. We demand something else. YouTube provides it.
Yeah.
They are a service after all.
I seen a channel one time it was called Mr. Sub for Sub.
Yeah, they subscribed to me. But I didn't actually. Real quick, there was somebody that subscribed to me. This is like a year and a half ago. They subscribed to me and then sent me a message and said, "Hey, I subscribed to you. I do sub for sub. Please sub back." And I never did, and they didn't unsubscribe to me. I think they're still on one of my subscribers. And then a little bit after that actually Mr. Sub for Sub guy subscribed to me, and I sent him a message back saying, "Hey, thanks for subscribing, but I don't do the sub for sub thing."
Yeah.
And he still subscribed to me. And I don't think he's been on YouTube for 6 or 7 months.
Subscribe, of course.
I checked that channel, but
yeah. And Jman is not very nice to people that send a message saying, "Hey, subscribe to me."
Yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, if I don't know you and you just, I've seen your comment that you made on somebody's video, it's like some kind of form letter, and I thought maybe if you watch my videos and subscribe to me, that'd be great. It's not cool. That doesn't help out the community, definitely our little community.
The best thing you can do there, J-Man, is just mark them as spam. There's a little link on the bottom right-hand corner that says mark as spam or block user.
I usually do that after I send them a not-so-nice message.
I was just thinking about something as we were talking about that, right? We've got the system of subscribing. We've got the system of views, and we've got the system of comments.
And friendship as well.
In terms of how videos are sorted and how videos that relate to you come up and all that sort of stuff.
That's also got with ratings as well.
Yeah, but now I think it was always going to get to a point within YouTube where there was just going to be so much crap in there that those 5, 6 methods of sorting videos weren't going to be enough. And I think there was always, going to get to a point where the amount of search options you were going to have for a video to find it were going to just get ridiculous and prohibitive because they'd be too long, right?
Right.
Is there any other way that anyone can come up with that they can think of that YouTube can sort the amount of crap that they have in YouTube out so they don't have to go this corporate angle of sorting videos via, what comes in money-wise? Because it has gotten to the point now where there's just so much crap on
The amount
YouTube.
of times per day the video gets viewed, I reckon, would be a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, for instance, recently we had a girl appear on the news in Australia who made some pretty funny, if not slightly racist comments, and she made the whole thing up, and it made a huge news story here, and we just wanted to see what she'd said, because I wasn't lucky enough to catch it on the news, so I typed it into YouTube and got 40 to 60 different responses of dance remixes of this girl's interview, but not the actual interview itself. And the problem is that they'd got more views than what I actually wanted to see. Now, I'm starting to notice, and have started to notice for quite a while now, that it's actually quite difficult to get the content that you want out of it. And do you think maybe part of this move isn't just about making money? Mm. It's about putting the videos that people actually want to see up there, as opposed to just crap.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not all as sinister as we
I suppose
think.
the same happens with YouTube-made trailers. Like you hear about the development of a movie, and then you hear a rumor that there's already a trailer, online. So you go and check it out on YouTube, and you find one trailer and, 20, 30, 50 other videos are fan-made trailers.
Of 70 different pictures
and
of
you
the
watch
film
about
before
5
in the
of
series.
them
or
more before you get to the actual trailer, or if there's a trailer at all. Usually there isn't. But yeah, sort of, I think, quality over quantity maybe could be a policy. But I think any control over a social networking site, any control that, stops a user on any level should be rejected. And the next thing should be moved on to, I think.
But I don't necessarily think you can still classify YouTube as social networking. It's video streaming. That's what it does.
Mm.
Yeah.
It would consider itself social networking. But
It's built a social network out of it.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess that's pretty much it. Jman, since you joined in late on the conversation, do you have anything else you want to add?
Something that was being talked about earlier about kind of like community thing, like subscribing to each other, trying to build up, something that will make like a smaller guys be more noticed as opposed to, like your bigger YouTube channels, like the big huge partners, like people like that. That kind of brings me back to the the featured videos on the front page. It bothers me that I see so many times that those same big people are being featured all the time, and at the same time they have 2 or 3 channels, different channels that they've all been partnered through, and it seems like they're the only ones that are being featured. And it doesn't seem like anybody smaller is being featured anymore, and that's something I'd like to see definitely change.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
If you're
that gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, these channels are already huge. Why do they still need to be featured? People are going to go and watch their videos anyways. Why can't they feature some smaller guys to give them, a big up and let's take part in
this goes a little bit towards what I was saying. It's really hard to feature little guys that are putting out good videos when for every one little guy that puts out a good video, there's another 100,000 little guys that put out poop, YouTube poop. And how does YouTube, and not saying, I hate to be fighting for YouTube here, but how do they sort those videos from what's good and what's bad? And why should they feature someone on the front page of YouTube when they're releasing crap?
Yeah, so you find most of the features are just corporate sponsored,
Yeah.
corporate broadcast.
It's because 9/10 of the videos that get put up on YouTube are crap.
That's right. And as I said before, it's a trust issue. The corporate interests, the people advertising, would want to hire another corporation to advertise with because they know that the corporation will do due diligence and clean up its own mess, So you end up with sort of, what's supposed to be a finer quality, even though we know that